What's up, YouTube shooters? I want to talk about carrying an extra magazine for your semi-automatic pistols. That's something I try to do always. I don't do it because I think I need the extra bullets. Because statistically we all know most usages of a handgun for defensive applications have a very low round count. So I don't think I need, the extra bullets. I carry a spare magazine because most problems that I will encounter with my semi-automatic pistol can be corrected by ejecting the magazine and inserting a fresh one. So it pays, it makes good sense to carry a second magazine, which I always try to do. And this is my Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 8-round magazine loaded with a couple of snap caps. For a while there, I was thinking it's awfully uncivilized and brutish and just caveman-like to jam that thing into your pocket and go on your day. That didn't bother me terribly, honestly, joking aside. There are a couple of things about carrying an extra magazine loose in your pocket that kind of seem less than ideal to me. Some stuff can get up in there. There's no coverage or protection from stuff getting up into your magazine and maybe possibly causing a problem. I don't think that's extremely likely, but it's a risk, I suppose. The thing that bugs me most about carrying a magazine loose in my pocket is the magazine moving around on me, twisting around, turning, changing its orientation. And that's a pain because when I go to draw this magazine, this is the kind of grip I would like. I would like this grip on the magazines that I'm inserting into my pistol. And so if this magazine kind of moves around on me, I may have to fidget and fumble and work to get that proper indexing that I want. So enter the mix, whoosh, this product right here. This is a Galco magazine holder for one's pocket, PMC24, you see there. It's a nice product. This is not a review of the product per se, but it's very well made, and I saw it and just had to have it, man. You know how that goes. So I got it, and I was going to be more civilized in my carrying of a second magazine for my semi-autos. Now, it's entirely possible that I'm overthinking this thing here, but it just, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, the way that I want to grab for my magazine, the way that I want to grip my magazine is like so that I can point and insert and wha-bam. So I want to then carry my magazine in my weak side, in my case it's my left side pocket, this way. Facing forward, that's what I would call this look. This magazine is facing forward in my pocket. So to achieve that in this Galco pocket magazine carrier, I would insert it like so. Now, I realize this is an inanimate object and doesn't have any personality or thinking, but this does not appear to want to receive the magazine in this way, if that makes sense to you. So I'm sticking the magazine in. In this configuration, the magazine stops right about so, and that leaves kind of an empty bubble right down here, an empty spot. The magazine fills this spot in much better when I turn it this way, as you can see. So this thing didn't come with instructions, by the way. So I put the magazine in the way I want it to go in, and I run into a couple of problems. Not major problems, first world problems. So I put the magazine in the way I want it to go, the way I want it to sit in my pocket. I have this facing forward in my pocket. This is the front of the magazine, which I want facing forward in my pocket. So this is the way it sits on the left side of my body in my pocket. Now, as it sits this way, there's that pesky empty space down here because the magazine, the way it's setting, can't go down any farther and fill that in. That's problem number one. Problem number two is when I go to grab the magazine the way I want to grab it, I run into some clearance issues. So I flip the magazine around, and sure enough, it fills in that empty spot down here better. I mean, you can see how this gets it in there more than this, right? You see that? This is a much more efficient way of filling the magazine holder. But that's not the way I want to carry it, So I flip the whole rig over. And this seems totally backwards to me. So I now have it sitting in my pocket this way. This is facing the back. This is facing the front. For all I know, this is the way they intend to use it anyway, And this, it feels funny in my pocket, first of all. It seems like this is the front and this is the back here. But I'm sticking it in my pocket this way because that gives me a few of the things I want. It more efficiently fills the holder. You see that? That is better than that. It can get down in there more when it's turned this way. So that's good. Also good is I can grab it the way I want to, right? But the bad thing is it doesn't feel right. It feels like it's in there backwards. So you know what I've done? I have moved that over there, and I have gone to carrying an extra magazine loose in my pocket. I've gotten back in touch with my caveman roots. Yeah. And yeah, I'm going to have to fidget and fumble and get it in my hand just right. For that matter, I have to do that with this too, as I've already illustrated. It's going to take some work to get this thing out in this holder here. So I've moved that off to the side. I carry my second magazine, which I highly recommend, loose in my pocket. And when it's go time, I realize I just have to get it as efficiently as possible. You know what I mean? Hopefully it never comes down to any of this stuff. But I carry a separate magazine, and here lately I've been just sticking it in my pocket, man. A weak side, which for me is the left. I thought this would help me with that. It's proven not to be as helpful as I had expected. So I'll probably package this thing up and include it with the sale or trade of a pistol one of these days. It's a nice product, very well made, but it's not doing it for me. You may love it. Me, not so much. Carrying an extra magazine, though, I do love, and I would recommend that to you. Thanks.